Live from the Injured on the Go Just Call Mo studio.
It's a blast!
It's Orlando's own Tom and Dan.
It is a corporate time with Tom and Dan. I'm Dan.
I'm Tom.
Samantha is here. Butler's in the other room. Happy New Year, everybody, and we are back.
Yeah.
We had basically a 1 week ACT vacation.
Yeah,
right?
A little more than 1 week, I guess, if you count the Thursday and Friday for Christmas.
I don't really count those because those are the days.
Yeah.
Like a week and a half.
Yeah, it's like a week and a half.
Although I'm taking 2 weeks off, and then I show up on New Year's Day to my smoothie place to get my smoothie, and they're closed, and I'm like, I almost I stopped myself. Didn't do it.
2021.
I had no
Out of
idea
practice.
how much this smoothie meant
Passionate.
to you. He doesn't get that passionate about me.
But then I'm mad. I'm like, oh, God, how could they be closed? Like, I'm mad that someone takes time off.
Right,
And meanwhile,
right.
I've been off for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Well,
And I'm mad. I'm like, oh, where am I going to get my smoothie?
Your wife was making you smoothies, and then you said that she was making you mummy bone smoothies.
Yeah.
That were drinking.
They're wet and dusty.
Yeah, which is, I don't even know how that works.
Wet and dusty.
Yeah, Wet and Dusty is our country tag team wrestling group.
They didn't have any of the sugar squirts.
That sounds
That's
disgusting.
disgusting.
Secret recipe.
I believe that's what you call a white number
Yeah.
2.
Anyway,
I'm all confused. Sorry, we haven't done this in a minute. I forget where the buttons is.
I know that a lot of people are going to be interested in my gambling story I'm going to tell, but
Go
I'm
pause
gonna tell
for
it
1
anyway.
second. Pig Tease Christine is in our Twitch chat room. You can watch us every single day of 2021, Monday through Friday at twitch.tv/TomAndDanLive, and she is currently having her baby right now.
Oh,
right.
and she's on Twitch?
What are you naming it? Name it Sugar Squirts.
That's loyalty right
Yeah,
there.
that is loyalty.
You're just scrolling up? Are you even at the...
Yeah. Are you scrolling, or is the doctor doing it for you while you breathe?
Well, congratulations.
Do we get to name the baby?
Yeah, we do. Sugar Squirts. I already
Yeah.
Is her hubby going to look at it?
I hope they've been
And
listening
I'm
to
not
me.
talking about the baby, because looking at a baby's fine, but it's the other thing.
No, never look. There's nothing...
I've looked, and I agree with you.
Yeah. See? Daniel...
If I did, I have a baby, I would not
Don't
want my husband.
look.
No.
You can't. You're too tall. There's no way you'd be able to do that.
there's
Flexible.
nothing good that comes from it, and all this BS about
God, I wanna see
it was
that.
magical,
Beautiful.
it was beautiful
Yeah,
seeing
yeah.
life, and
No.
no, it's not.
Quit
It's
lying
not-
to yourself.
Yeah,
It's not
true.
beautiful.
It's bloody and
It-
gross.
well, yeah,
The only reason the
It was a
doctor said
bloodbath.
that is because you live in a mansion based on the fact that women crap these things out.
I'm not joking. There was blood every. It was a
wall to
massacre.
wall to
I was terrified that something was wrong.
The only thing missing was
Don't look.
It was never. I can't even say what I was going to say.
So
It's going to be horrible.
every once in a while, have you guys ever had or received something or some sort of good luck that you didn't deserve, and it was just random?
I've never received good luck.
like random chance that this happened and it benefited you, and I can only. And it's probably I've probably had this happen a million times in gambling. I can't remember a situation where it was this random and unlike what was in the past, and I'll explain. And I equated to that. Remember that story?
I was afraid you were going to explain this. and when you looked at me, you absolutely confirmed it too. He looked me in the eyes, and he's
I
like,
know you're afraid.
And I will explain this.
I
And
will
I'm
tell
like,
you now.
Damn it!
Remember the story when I
Put
was
his explaining visor on.
when I was in college and I showed up to a test and I knew I was gonna not pass the class and I needed.
Why'd you show up?
Well, this is the one of the random acts of good luck that I experienced in my life. I showed up to this test. I thought the only way I was going to be able to pass this math class in college was by getting an A on the final exam, right?
Okay.
And I did try to study because I was like, man, I think I'd failed it. Like the last semester, so it was like I was trying, and I finally had like at least
Professor's wife fell off a cruise ship.
no, well,
Right? And then you got to cancel it because he's
Right.
got to do all.
I showed up, and there was some other stoner. He showed up too, and I'm looking at
remember
him.
this story, yeah.
I'm looking at him. We're looking at each other. We're like, why do we even come? It's 7 a.m.
you
We have
didn't
no
come here,
chance.
man.
Yeah. Like I'm like, and I'm thinking to myself, like, this is a waste of my time.
You're that guy from Shane's World.
I'm like, I studied all night. I don't even remember what I looked at because I was so tired. anyway, so I sit there, and then all of a sudden, the no teacher, and like time's going by, and like we were supposed to take the test at like 7:30, and it's like 7:35, 7:45, and so we're like everybody's talking, and it's like a huge auditorium, and then all of a sudden the teacher comes stomping in, and it's like he's like the janitor didn't open my office this morning. He didn't show up. All the exams are in my office. I can't legally give you enough time that I'm supposed to. I guess by the college rules to take the exam. So
what school was this?
UCF.
Yes.
And then he's
there
like,
we go.
There it is.
so he's like, and I can't reschedule the exam dates because they have policy on that.
Right.
Some
Very
people
strict
get. So he's
schedules.
like, I have to give everybody an A, and everybody's like, yeah. Me and the stoner are hugging. We're like,
Yeah.
the only way I
love
passed
you,
the class
dude.
was by getting an A in the final, and I'm sure some people.
Here you are, Van. D-.
Imagine the people who didn't show up, and they would have gotten an A, because the people who didn't show up, they got an F.
Yeah,
like they
or
didn't,
D and F, or
yeah,
A zero,
yeah.
yeah,
Did not
yeah.
finish, or
like
what,
the person that thought like me. Anyway, so
Or
a
what was
situa-
an I? An incomplete.
Yeah. So a
I remember
situation.
my mom saying an incomplete is worse than a failure, and I remember as a kid just thinking, well, failure meant I tried.
Right.
I was like, I think your logic's flawed. You-
Incomplete is worse than the
Yeah.
failure. Yeah. Although,
No, my mom would say that. And I'd go, well, no, if I got failure, at least it means I was giving it the best I could. I just failed. The incomplete means I didn't even show up.
yeah. Way worse.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Ooh,
no, sorry.
mwah, chef's kiss. That was delicious.
Like that was a loud inward
My
burp.
God. You know what's weird is that was so low in your body, you channeled up Don Pablo's fajitas. They haven't had a Don Pablo's around here in 10 years, man.
So a lucky situation happened last night in a similar vein to this, right? So
Baby, wake up. She's dead.
I had too much time on my hands over the break, so I started listening to a lot of like NFL gambling stuff and like consuming my with my
studying
hobby.
up.
Yeah, where I'm like,
that is his hobby.
got extra time. I'm gonna listen to all of these extra, which is always bad because then
What
I
do you
get
do while you're listening? Are you gardening?
I
you sitting
doing the
stoically?
dishes.
Okay.
Like in the beach, I listen to some just sitting there, but mainly
Like
I try to
chores.
do stuff. Yeah,
Right.
chores. So I listened to too much, and then I convinced myself that I knew what was going to happen in this Washington Eagles game, and I started looking at like following injury reports and stuff, and I started seeing Eagles sitting out key like players and stuff.
Did it all light up in front of you?
Yeah. It was like a beautiful mind. I started
Yeah.
bingo bongo, the yarns going all the way. And then so I'm looking at it and I'm like, man, I'm looking and they're like, well, Alex Smith is probable, and then he moved to questionable, and then I'm like, man, they're gonna start this guy, and because the old Heineke, they ditched Dwayne Haskins and anyway, long
Yeah, it's a mess. It's a
NFL.
mess.
So I
NFL.
I know you guys
You're
don't care
losing
that
it,
much.
man.
Robert's rices. Robert's
Sorry.
right. God don't make no junk.
Get to the point.
So the point is, I thought that I knew. I was like, man, and I'm looking at the line. It's slowly creeping up. I'm like, bet heavy. I start betting on Washington bet, and betting way too much. I'm going against all my discipline that I've learned in my
Collateral.
books. And so I have way too much money on Washington -3. It got up to 6, right? Because everybody else
Washington -6?
that is square like me, and the whole public is thinking the same thing. Like, he's going to come back. He's the comeback player of the year, which, by the way, I was ragging against this guy saying he's garbage
Yeah,
at
you
the
have,
beginning.
yeah.
But I switched. I'm back to public.
You've said some very
This
insensitive
guy.
things about Alex Smith.
This is how bad of a gambler I am. So I'm like, man, this is a guaranteed win. I never get guarantees like that. Now it's 6 points. I got way too much money on Washington -3.
When you just for the audience, like when you're realizing this and you've bet,
Yeah.
and then you have you're seeing it come together and you're feeling this. Do you even smile? Are you happy?
No.
Do you tell anybody?
No, it's all going on in my
So
mind.
it literally, like, I wouldn't be able
While my
to-
family
so I
eats
wouldn't
their
even-
dinner, this is what
and
I'm
you're
thinking
just
about.
silent, just shoveling
Yeah.
in the mashed taters.
Yeah. And I'm just thinking about how brilliant I am.
Because I think that's important.
how I saw the line move. I got in early.
I saw the line.
This is
And I
what,
opened up my eyes. I saw the line.
this is what my training and my
Training?
the hours I
Yeah.
put into this hobby. This is where it all comes down.
Go Showtime,
I win.
baby. Yeah.
And I've
Training
learned.
is listening to podcasts.
Well, and then doing the math in my head, which means
You
just
can't do math.
thinking
Yeah,
about
yeah.
that I can do the
Numbers
math.
are just going in his mind.
He's just shaking the numbers.
Like, you know, in
it's
movies,
a lottery tumbler.
when they show the guy, the brilliant guy, the
A Beautiful
janitor,
Mind or
yeah,
something.
and there's just numbers in his head. That's
Yeah.
what but I have no idea what any of them
Yeah.
mean.
Right.
There's just numbers
Okay.
everywhere.
You're like, well, there's a bunch of weird-shaped bats in here.
So
Out here, number 3.
I was convinced
The only one I know, Dale Earnhardt.
that I had a winner and that I was, this is an easy bet. So I start watching the game, and Philadelphia has nothing to play for, which, by the way, is a stupid thing to bet against because these players are millionaires that have the highest position that can be held in their
league, yeah, and whatever you want to call it,
yeah,
in their
profession.
type of profession.
Yeah,
sure.
they're to get to the NFL. So everybody is trying 100%.
Ultra rare.
Every player, they don't give a damn about the team they're on. They give a damn about continuing to get paid and trying to, because it's super competitive, right? There's a guy behind you in college ready to take your job if you don't do something, And any time in a game where you can do anything, get a sack, get an interception, that could extend your career for another 6 months, or that can be the reason you get signed again next year. So all these people, they don't care about the win.
You want to perform.
They want to perform for themselves at least. So you got to think about that. And I constantly forget and think like, oh, the Eagles have nothing to play for. Washington's coming in playing for a playoff spot. Yeah, of course they have something to play for. They're playing for their damn selves, which is the most important thing to play for. They don't give a damn. They don't know what an Eagle is.
Ow!
So anyway, so I'm convinced I'm winning, and then I start watching the game, and it becomes apparent that it's going to be a tough go because this backup quarterback, Jalen Hurt, for the Eagles, remember they bench Carson Wentz, he is a runner, and San Francisco's got a good
more
defense,
mobile,
but all of a sudden he's running crazy, and he's able to make plays and stuff.
And also he hasn't played in. I mean,
well, no, he played last game.
Well, I know, but I mean, like
he hadn't played the whole season.
But I'm saying this goes back to what you were just talking about. This guy's been put in, and he doesn't get.
Anyway, he was playing for his number one position,
playing for his spot. You know,
so he's killing
what he
it.
does best.
I mean, there's still limitations, but it's not going like I thought. Like it's not a total domination. It's bad.
So again,
and I'm seeing, and then the Washington
still at dinner, emotionless, just shoveling the taters in the mouth.
Well, now I'm watching, and now I'm emotionless watching on my phone as Crystal watches The Crown, and I'm just looking at it, and I'm like,
sound on, sound off.
It's earbuds in, quietly in the corner, and then I'm watching, and then I'm telling myself, you idiot, this is why people lose. They convince themselves of dumb thing. Anyway, so I'm watching it, and then the Eagles go down all the way. They're about to score a touchdown.
Red zone crazy.
And then they're going to go up, and I need Washington to win by more than 3 to win the damn thing. And I'm like, they're not playing well, and I'm like, they're not stopping this guy. I'm like, you could feel when you're about to lose. I don't know how to explain it, but
now are you a follow-through guy or are you a turn-it-off guy?
Right.
Oh,
Because I think that's where you and I differ. You'll follow through. I'll turn it off. I get so mad.
Because I've thought about this in game. I've punched the refrigerator. I've screamed. I've lost it all. And then Chris is like, "What are you talking?" And then I end up winning. And then she's like, "See, you have to wait to the end because it's and
so
then
you've learned your lesson.
Yeah, I don't
then
wait to
she
the
screams, "You got a problem. You have to go see help."
I kill myself.
So
The meteor misses Earth. That's me all day long.
So I'm like, I'm definitely gonna lose. So then it's 4th and 4, and they decide to go for it instead of kick the field goal, right? Which I was like, that's odd. But the Eagles have nothing to play for,
right?
So, but if they score a touchdown, it's gonna be basically bad for me. I just don't see Washington. They were getting pressured like crazy, and they were like, Alex Smith is both his legs are hurt. Like, this guy almost died. Anyway, all the bad things. I was like, for sure I lost. I bet too much, you idiot. Like, So I'm watching this, and then he doesn't make the 4th and 4. I'm like, yes. So, but still, like Washington doesn't go back and score or whatever. No. They kick the punt, and I'm like, well, fuck, I'm going to lose now.
You know we're doing ACT.
Damn it. I'm sorry. Sorry about that.
No, it's fine. It's fine. We're
power through.
We haven't been doing this here just to show you. I was with you, didn't even catch it. That's why we have a producer, buddy. This is fine.
Thank you, Samantha.
This is why we hire the best of the best.
Sorry. So
when you can't do it anymore because you're too old, you hire a young woman to do it.
So I'm like, this is a for sure loss or whatever. And then all of a sudden, the announcers are like, "What's happening here? They're putting in the third string quarterback, Sudfeld.
Sudfeld.
And then I'm like, Sudfeld.
Sudfeld? He's not even on the roster.
So then I'm like, what did I miss or whatever? And then they show a picture. They show the camera on Jalen Hurt, like the guy that was doing well. And he's in the big giant coat, you know.
Yeah.
By the way, that looks like the best. I mean, it's so huge. Anyways, he's in the coat. And he's standing there with a beanie. I'm like, and I'm like, he's standing. He doesn't look hurt because at first I was like, what? And then Sudfeld is out there, and then he stinks horrible. Because then I got scared. I was like, oh, Sudfeld's better. He's going to win this. And then all of a sudden they're just killing him.
Especially if you don't know who the guy is. The guy may be mega arm. They put him out there. He's crazy.
Because I've never even heard of Sudfeld.
Yeah.
And then Chase Young is just murdering this guy. And then I'm like, oh my God, the Eagles this is the first time I've ever seen a team literally try to lose by putting in the worst possible player. See, this is what they did.
I've never heard of it.
So this happened last night, and people are going crazy over it. And even the announcers were like talking about it, like, why'd they do this? This is bizarre, or whatever. Like they were making comments, and you could tell since they work for the NFL, like they can't say too much.
Now, what do they say? Do they say it as, oh, we're just giving somebody else some playing time?
Yeah,
or
well,
how do they spin it?
Well, they spinning it by saying, I guess I forgot the coach of the Eagles. Doug Marone or whatever. He's like,
right.
He's like, I guess the coach of the Eagles wants to see what they have and their third string quarterback just to see, because this is a meaningless game or whatever. But but then they were like, why don't they want to win, whatever? And it turns out they got a way better draft pick if they lost this game.
Yeah,
so
again, I hate that.
I do too.
It goes back to draft picks, but literally this guy, Sudfeld saved my bet, because then as soon as that happened, everybody in the Eagles quit and they stopped, and then Alex Smith was able to score, and then I'm like, I felt like college again, like. If they didn't do this, I would have for sure lost. But by random luck, the Eagles coach is like, I'm tanking this game on purpose, putting in Sudfeld, and he basically lost the game for them. It looked like he tried, but he's Sudfeld. He can't do nothing.
Plenty of people try. I mean, there's a lot of stuff I could try and fail at horribly.
And then the rest of their team kind of like put in a half, because they knew.
Well, they knew Sudfeld was in there.
And that I've seen teams make questionable decisions. Like I saw the Dolphins and the Jets do it, where all of a sudden they're running bad coverages, like in a last play, like basically, hey, we'll run the worst coverage and you'll probably score, and that's what happened. Or we'll go for two instead
I can't understand how we would weave that into the fabric of what most American, it kind of goes against everything that we as a country have always been about. No, it's got to be fair, and we got to earn it. We got to win it. Yeah. You can't just tank it to win it. What is that? It's very difficult.
Unethical, for sure.
It's very difficult for me to understand it, and then I fall into the trap that I know we always do when we talk about this, about going, well, it's always been that way and it'll never change because the NFL's too big and too powerful, and they don't want to change the way that it's set up at the NFL owners. Exclusive club, and they like doing it their way.
You know what? We say that, though, but the NFL has changed when the people are in an uproar about it. Like they changed. Remember that pass interference that didn't get called, and everybody went crazy.
Yeah, they changed rules because of it.
Yeah, they changed. Now they changed it back. By the way, I don't know if you know they had it for 2 years.
No, I didn't know that.
Oh yeah. It's not a rule anymore.
Well, then you didn't change anything.
Yeah.
All you did is you did something to pacify the people that were pissed off.
I don't even know if I know what you're referring to.
This was at the Saints, right?
You could challenge a pass interference if you believe that it was egregious enough to be a pass interference. Before, you couldn't do that. After the Saints happened, and there was like a obvious pass interference, and they lost the game, and there's no rule that says you can challenge that, and so they made a rule that's saying if it's bad enough, a coach could challenge it. Right. And by the way, they've done it, they've challenged it, and no one's ever
overturned it.
Yeah, no one's ever overturned it, and then they took it off. So it's probably one of those things. But I think they could do something where, like, the worst couple teams play for picks or something, right? Like, do it where you don't. It's not motivation to have the worst record, because that's what's ruining the actual sportsmanship of the game, right?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, like,
because if your motivation is not to lose and you want to always win, even if you are the worst team, you know that you're going to play in this like maybe Final Four playoffs and the four worst teams, and then whoever wins that gets a number one pick. There's got to be a different
It
way.
would be it would be
it was
interesting though
weird.
if it was more like an actual draft. Meaning, what if it was just completely random?
Right.
Then you get like the Chiefs getting another best
but
wide
then
receiver.
work on it. Make your
them's the
team
breaks.
better.
It's not
Yeah.
up to me to make the parity level of the league what
And
it
then
should
figure
be.
it out later in trades or whatever. But
But I think, the answer is it's insanely complicated, and I don't think there's an easy way to do it.
Why do we as those sports leagues feel the need to hold the hand of teams that may not be as good? It's always, even the MLS does that, where they weigh in and they throw in money so you can have a bigger group salary.
To make it competitive,
But I mean, they don't do that anywhere else, and it kind of goes against everything that you hear us say. It goes absolutely against it.
I think the owners of the NFL, and I think they would think it's like janky or Bush League if they had like some horrible teams, and like the NBA has this
That's
sometimes.
life, though.
Where it's like a team is like just for whatever
the Washington Generals come out here. It's
Because
oh great, here they come.
Even number one draft picks don't mean that much.
No.
It doesn't mean that. I mean, there's tons of number one draft picks that didn't.
Well, they normally go to bad
well, then
teams,
let's get
right?
rid of it because look, now we're having people tank their own games. That sucks. That sucks for every player on that field that tried to win that game, that could have won that game.
Well, it sucks. It really sucks for the New York Giants because if
they're living.
Philly,
Yeah, they're mad.
Well, if Philly won that game, the Giants were in the playoffs. Yeah.
Right.
So, there was a bunch of people on Twitter, when Philly looked like they were winning, when I was like, oh man, I'm going to lose this bet.
Yeah.
A bunch of people, Giants, were on Twitter rooting for Philly, and they're gonna because they were gonna send
they
them
thought it was
to the
gonna happen,
playoffs.
yeah.
And then old Sudfeld. Then they all mad. But I think this will cause. It may be the catalyst to cause a change because I've never seen it before. I watch a lot of NFL and I've never seen them
So blatant.
so blatantly.
Yeah.
Like a player's winning and then you take him out and you
Right.
put in a worse player. Obviously worse. This guy couldn't do anything.
I'm trying to
That
think
poor
about it.
guy.
I think you'd have to take. Okay,
I mean, if he started and then said Jalen Hurt maybe had a sore or something, they make up BS like that too.
yeah,
where
they say things all the time.
they're
yeah.
this player's he's got a tight hamstring.
Oh, his knee seized up.
Yeah. So then that would be fine. But this guy, Jalen Hurt was winning, and then they benched him for a worse
Okay,
player.
you could do it like this.
It was bizarre.
Follow me with this. How many teams? How many NFL teams?
How many is there?
I always
There's
forget the number.
32.
Okay, let's just go with 32. I don't know if that's correct, but let's just let you make your cutoff, right?
16.
And let's
Yeah.
say
Yeah,
32.
Let's just say that you take as far as the playing for picks, like what you were saying.
Yeah,
and you
your
make
record
it like
round.
the bottom 10 teams at some point.
And then it's all lottery or some shit.
Yeah, and then
Damn it! I'm sorry.
it's fine.
God.
man. It'll take all of 5 seconds.
I know, but still,
Coming in hot
I
2021.
like it. I like Spicy Tom.
I'm not even that spicy.
Well, we're just out of
Talking about
practice.
betting.
Yeah.
We're
And then
out
we
of
went from
practice.
BDM show and this.
Right.
We're out of
Exactly,
practice. Anyway, I think you're right.
There should be a difference.
I think it will change. And Tom and I were talking last night. One of the things that we were texting back and forth while we were watching football. And when I'm watching football, it is very weird for me to watch it without the fans. And one of the things I noticed is you don't see any normal-looking humans except for referees and head coaches. Everybody else is a stud, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you just see all of these, for all intents and purposes, guys that just look like action figures, right? And then you see Andy Reid and an old man in stripes. That's it. You
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
see any fat guys, no beards. You don't see any normal day-to-day
Right.
humans. None. And no women. Very few women. You don't see. It's weird for me
Yeah.
when I watch it.
I wonder, I know that they're making some exceptions and they have limited crowd in some of the.
Would you go?
Well, I wonder what the experience is like, and even with Orlando City, you went to an Orlando City match, and there's limited audience, obviously.
Yes.
I mean, because I've been to that stadium when it's completely sold out, and there's a certain vibe there, and then I feel
it's
like
tight when it's sold out.
when it's scattered around, scattered around and limited audience, it feels to me like you're taking away a big chunk of the experience that you went there experience to begin with.
I
right?
agree, but I also was actually really surprised of how loud
it
that
was,
stadium still got.
It's so small,
Plus, we were close to the supporter section. So.
Yeah.
And it was engineered to
smaller,
be loud. I mean, you and I helped,
Yeah.
be a part of the. We didn't design it, but I mean, we had input.
When you're sitting in a 70,000 seat, stadium, and it's like there's 5,000 people in there, it must be like. I wonder if is it good? Like, are you like, wow, I got so much room, and there's like, this better?
I personally, yes, I liked it.
Yeah.
You don't have people right in front of you. You don't have people coughing behind you.
Yeah. But then
because those seats are tightly packed in together.
I don't know. I disagree, Sam. I missed the drunk guy behind me cursing in
spilling
front of my
their beer
daughter,
on you,
spilling a beer on my daughter's head.
Yeah,
because without the,
I gotta try and fight him. He's 6'5". He's smashing my head.
Without the extra crowd, because watching a game live is not as good if you're just into watching the sport than it is on TV.
Correct.
Because on TV, there's a lot more information. You get the replays,
you get overlays.
You get close up. You get, just
replay.
It's just better as far as purely just watching the sport. So when you go to an event, then you
go for the environment.
So I'm just like, it's got to not be as good. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know anybody that's been
we
to
had quite a few BDMs at the Bucks game yesterday.
Yeah. We need to ask them how good. Like, was it just as good?
And
Because maybe they're like, who cares?
But the Bucks stadium's never really that packed, so it probably wasn't that much different.
Because I'm with you though.
It'll change. They're winning.
Yeah, and Brady now.
Yeah.
And
When you're waiting in a half an hour line to the bathroom or for some gray hot dog and
that
soggy
still
nachos,
happens, by the way, at the
Yeah.
stadium,
Is it?
at the
Yeah,
soccer
okay, yeah.
stadium.
Because like the whole event isn't that good.
No.
To begin with.
Let's be honest. It's a fair, and you've got
Mm-hmm.
the meatheads in the center, the millionaire meatheads fighting, and then around it is basically the Central Florida Fair.
I mean, I've been to exciting games before, and one of the most exciting games I ever went to was before Orlando City was in MLS, and they won that championship in penalty kicks. And I was like, wow, like that was an experience that I won't forget at like a live sporting event. That it was crazy electric. The crowd went insane.
Yeah, it was
and every
great.
goal, that was an experience. But then I've been to Dolphin games before, like 10 years ago, where I sat in it's still scattered crowd back then, and I'm sitting in nosebleed section watching a game that's 200 yards away from me, where I'm barely can tell what's going on, and I'm listening to the echo announcer, I'm just like, this guy, I'm drinking cheap Bud Light, that I was like, this is not that good.
Yeah, nothing.
Like, this would be way better at home.
I would say best sporting event I've ever been to would be probably an Orlando Predators. Because nothing beat the hard-hitting, smash-mouth indoor action of arena football.
So, because and I've been to Orlando City matches where when it's packed and it's like a crazy environment and then full supporter section, and that's an experience, right? Being
in the supporter section, you're part of the chants, the drums, the smoke. Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah. So I was just saying, when you take that away and the actual just watching a live sporting event, like I thought to myself too, like there's a lot of empty space that these stadiums have, especially the ones that were not allowed any audience whatsoever. Yeah. So I think to myself, like, why aren't any of the friends of the people that work there, or even some people that work there, like they have passes, like you don't see any of them just standing, as probably NFL regulation about like they don't want anybody even like any random person. Do you think there would be
just like standing in the aisles?
Yeah, just there would be one person just be like, "Hey,
you
I'm gonna
don't
watch
see any of that.
Yeah,
you're right.
They probably told them they couldn't do that, but I'm surprised that it's like, hey, the guy that works at the pretzel stand, like he can get in because it's his own. He owns the stand or whatever. He's got the key. So why can't he just stand up in the nosebleed by himself? Like there's not,
right.
And then watch it. But there are probably rules against it. But even then, it probably wouldn't be that good because without any of the announcements or all the stuff they add, it's just like you're like, eh.
Even from let me think about it. From design, the whole thing has changed, right? Like I'll put it to like the analogy of like a Disney ride. Going on the Haunted Mansion, that's an iconic ride, legendary ride, that you need, in my opinion, you need the line and the visuals of the queue walking through it.
Yes.
The complete
It's
experience.
part
And
of
you
the whole
need the
experience,
full, like the opening presentation. You need the butler. You need to go walk down the thing to get in your car. Then you go through the ride, right?
And they're
So you-
skipping a lot of that
and
now.
and
yeah.
it's not as good. To go to
Yeah.
Tom's point, like last time we went on it, they skipped through the full experience. They just put you on the ride, like you said. The game, not as good.
So how
It's
much
not
of
as good.
a live sporting event is the crowd with the because they also like they have professionals that are paid to entertain the crowd when they're there with the music, like cues.
Oh, and with that little basketball hoop that's on an accordion.
Oh, not
that
those, not the promo team.
You
Yeah.
squish your arms down, and the basketball hoop goes way high, and then some kid throws a Nerf ball, and then you. So good.
But just
No magic.
broken down to just like imagine if you were just sitting there watching a football game with nothing.
Oh, alone?
Like
Like a millionaire? Like a billionaire.
But
Yeah.
without like the music, without anything. They're just sitting there.
Would
Probably,
you cheer?
How
No,
much?
right?
That would be weird.
How
No.
much less of an experience? Are we talking less than half?
Yeah, I
So
think
then
so.
now we're saying that the crowd and everything involved is more than half of your experience. I'm just trying to get down to the actual
Man,
science.
if you asked me how much of the crowd, oh man, it's a big part of it.
Yeah. So 50%.
It's the same thing of like I went to a concert, right? But it was outside venue and all that. But like I stayed all the way in the back, away from everybody, and it kind of sucked that you didn't get to be like with
Amongst
the
the-
crowd
yeah,
and
yeah,
singing
yeah.
along.
And there's
to the
energy
songs. Yeah, the
involved in
energy
it.
was just not the same.
That's that makes 100% sense. It's like you're standing amongst a bunch of like-minded people cheering for the same thing. That comes with the experience that is worth more than 50%.
That's a vibe.
Yeah.
That's a feeling. Yeah.
Yeah, so I want to remind myself that so that when we get back to something normal, because I usually complain about crowds and
Me too.
because
But I
just
still
like
I still want distance from people.
Yeah.
But you know.
yeah, but
Like, give me a few chairs around me are empty, but
yeah. There's exactly. There's an experience that we're missing out on
There
that
is.
is like
It's like a
more than
bond.
50%. Yeah, that is interesting.
Yeah, no, I agree 100%.
Anyway, stop. Welcome back to Corporate Tom and Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
I am Dan, Samantha, and Butler are here, and you look like you're mad about something.
No, I'm gonna do something different
watch
this year.
your mouth.
And I'm going to figure out why I dislike something or why something is either inherently bad or if it's good, I'm looking at it the wrong way, and I'll explain. So I hate kayaking. And Butler, don't you get a kayak? Yes, sir. So
Yeah, I don't know anyone other than Tracy in our Twitch chat room right now. She says she is a kayaker for 12 years. She blanking loves it, and her kid has his own canoe or kayak as well.
Yeah.
I don't know one person, including my wife's father and stepmother. They both have kayaks. Butler has a kayak. I don't know anyone that has one and uses it.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know one person that uses their kayak.
Yeah. I see old Sam Cargill. He fishes a lot on his kayak, but
I've never seen it.
yeah.
I'd
I
have
think
to see it.
besides from fishing, because that's an exception. If you fish off your kayak, I will say fine.
Yeah, well,
that's a perfect fishing
Well, that's
vessel.
what poor people do. You need a boat.
yeah.
Kayaks are poor people
Yeah,
fishing.
yeah,
That's like the
yeah.
upgrade from standing on the bank.
Yeah.
Right.
It goes bank,
Yeah.
kayak, boat.
Yeah. I think it was bridge and then bank kayak.
Oh, I'd
Boat.
go bank before
Bank
bridge.
before bridge for
Yeah.
Oh, bank before bridge?
Always
yeah, dude.
bank before
you got to
bridge.
travel to get to a bridge. You can be off the bank of anything.
Yeah, I guess that's right.
It's
So
bank. It's bank
bank-
before bridge, just a smidge.
Yeah,
Oh,
Bridge
yeah.
before bank, your booty hole stank.
yeah, okay, yeah. I forgot that.
Yeah, you know that.
My pop-up Tom.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you're fishing, but just kayaking. Now I want to ask Tracy because
She could call in. Well, I
loves
don't know if she
kayaking.
could call in. I know she's
Does
always
Tracy-
Calling you no
she's
fun
really
time.
busy
Does
right
Tracy
now.
have a boat? Because this is important to my kayaking theory.
She has a
Because
beach house.
if you don't have a boat, then I understand your love for kayaking.
Well,
because
it's a
you,
junior boat. Is all it
It
is.
gets you out. It's a poor
It's
boat.
boat junior.
It's poor person boat.
It is, yeah.
Yeah. So you have this kayak. You're out on the water,
Yeah.
and I've always
It's like
made
a temporary tattoo before you go and get the real thing done.
like because so if you're looking at the water, you see a bunch of boats driving passing by. You're like, I want to be out there too, but I can't afford a boat. Then you're on your kayak, and then you're out there like, I'm here too. And then boats are you're like, so
here's another reason kayaks stink. The colors of them are like what? Either bright orange or bright yellow. I don't want that. I'm not hunting.
Give me ocean blue.
Give me some cool
I want to
looking.
be camouflage.
How about carbon fiber? Why do I gotta have bright safety cone orange?
Yeah. Because then I understand if you don't have a boat, you're out on the water and you're kind of getting the same experience.
I got the gist of what these boat guys. I think I'll upgrade.
You're on a boat. You're in the water. Believe me, I love all that. I like looking out at the being on the coast.
Yeah,
and
but there's
the
one
beach
thing
and
you
everything.
also like going that I'm beaming it to you right now.
Yeah.
There's one thing that you like going that a kayak can't do.
Oh, fast? Yeah. There's an aspect that. So, but I understand, though, if you have a kayak, you don't have a boat, then you're like, well, I'm experiencing the water.
But not in the same way.
Then I'm like, yeah. But if you have a boat and then still enjoy kayaking, then tell me why.
She said because you can get into places like that you normally can't with boats because you can kind of navigate easier.
Guess who doesn't want to go there? If you haven't owned a boat and you can't get there by boat, it's not worth going to.
A kayak is a water office chair. That's all it is.
Because and here, if
You're
my
just
son's
wheeling around a little bit.
and I'll explain because I want another adventure. I told one on the BDM show. If you want to subscribe, go to TommyDan.com.
There you go. Become a BDM. It helps out. Oh, Tracy's calling us. I feel like.
So
You want me to grab it? Line 1.
Yeah, that's her.
I found a kayak rental place because I thought, Tracy, are you there?
I'm here. Can you guys hear me good? I'm in my car.
Yeah, we can. Thank you so much for calling in to be insulted.
Well, hold on it because I want you to just tell me why, and I'll give you a moment here. And first, I went and rented kayaks, and this is why I'm ranting about this because I thought that I was like, I'll take the boys out for a kayak ride.
Is that what you say when you're? I'm taking them out for a kayak.
So
2 kayaks, please.
I convinced Crystal that it was like, this is going to be awesome. I saw there's mangroves around here. We'll go and kayak around the mangroves.
You can be really hot.
I'm like on the website they're seeing dolphin and manatee.
Right.
On the brochure they show the kayak shooting over the planet Mars. And it says kayaking is out of this world.
Yeah. They show a family and their dolphin around them crazy manatee. They're feeding a manatee.
One of the young boys feeding the manatee is having so much fun. His eyes are shooting rainbows at him.
Yeah. So I'm like, this is what it is. So we get in the kayak, and then first, I didn't check the tide chart. So tide's coming in, and the guy's like, you got to go that way, and then you go around the bend.
What great instructions. You got to go that way.
By the way, the guy who rents the kayaks, Crystal was asking him some questions. He's like, I don't know. I don't like kayaking. You can't drink a kayak.
You can't? I can.
He said he hated it and he gave you the kayak.
Well, because he wants to hold his beer.
Again, everyone hates their job, right?
Yeah. So I'm like, you shouldn't be telling us that.
No, you sit in the front. You drink, the guy in the back paddles.
Okay, well, it doesn't work, Tracy, when you have a tiny, weak snowflake sons that can't paddle themselves.
Okay, let me ask you a couple of important questions. Is this one of those long kayaks where 2 people sit in and they get water in them and it's kind of like just like a plastic canoe? Or is this one of those ones you're sealed in, you have a helmet, and you're rocketing down rapids you can flip over?
No, this is a Florida 2-person plastic.
Sit on top.
Yeah, you sit on top.
That's like pontoon kayaking.
Yeah. And then they give you the kayak oar, and you
go side to side.
Yeah, and by the way, we go up through the mangroves, like hoofing it. By the way, because we're going against the current, and both the kids fell asleep. I'm like, look at the bird, and they're like, there's a bird. There's nothing out there. There was no. We didn't see a dolphin or manatee.
All right, let's hear the good parts.
And so I'm like mangroves, stinky mangroves. And I'm hoofing it. We finally get around the thing and then go all the way back. We rented it for 4 hours, $100, $50 a kayak. How
long were you out?
Hour and a half. My wife's like, I'm done with it. I'm like, God damn, paid for 3.5 extra hours or whatever it was.
Well, I peed in the kayak.
And then I'm like, this stinks.
Yeah.
So Tracy,
I'm getting my money's worth if I have to take it.
I got a couple questions because there's.
You gotta ask them fast. We're running out of time.
We gotta let her talk.
Sorry.
Okay.
Tell me why kayaking is good.
Well, I would go. Okay, you remember all your stories about disappearing island and your boat adventures and dumping subs into, So none of that happens when you're on a kayak, right? So if we would drop in right across from disappearing island, and it's 10 strokes, and my kayak's up on the sandbar, and I'm drinking beers all day.
Now, that's
10 strokes
different,
and you're up on the soundbar.
Tracy, because you're describing a mode of transportation from one place to a party island, and that I'm all about. I mean, then you can say, well, you know what? Inflating a rubber tube and putting some garbage on it and going from Cuba to the
coming
Keys
to America.
is it?
I needed to do that for my family.
This is just a mode of transportation to get to the promised land. So I immediately scratched that off. That is not a reason why kayaking is good. You just described I floated from one place to another and started drinking beer. So your first reason is garbage. Next reason.
This is a way more.
This is tell me why.
2021, Tom.
You have to tell me why it's good.
Right.
So far, you didn't.
Isn't that the same reason you got a boat? You floated from one place to another drinking beer?
Yes, but my boat, I can haul ass. I can go far. I can go from here to St. Augustine or further.
No, you can't.
But
Your
you
wife
can't,
will let you.
I know.
And your children still hated it.
A real
Your
man
children
could that-
still hated it.
No, well, yeah, I know. Well, they hate everything. That's not a reason. I hated the kayak.
Well, you hate everything.
At least the boat, I'm like, when I'm going fast and driving, I'm like, this is awesome. Like,
At least it
every
blows
time,
the THC out of my eyes.
My sons hate everything. I'm just saying.
So do you? Where do you think they get it from?
No, I like the boat. The kayak, I'm like, what is good about this? I haven't figured it out. Tell me why.
Do you fish off your kayak?
Well-
How often do you use your kayak, Tracy?
Well, we recently sold up at the beach, so I haven't gone out recently, but it was probably a couple months ago. Last month, my hubby dropped in the lake behind our house, so we've done a little lake kayaking to catch some fish. But he has a kayak on his own that he does fishing with. It's got GPS on it, so it's on a trailer. So that one can go out, and he can then sneak into little mangroves, and he's pulled some big reds out of there. But you can't get back there with a boat.
I understand, and I'll take that as a reason why kayaks are great for fishing.
Okay.
Tell me why kayaking is fun. You still haven't answered me, Tracy.
Oh my God.
You're running out of time.
You haven't given me a
gotta
reason.
go.
And I'm about to give you the big stop, because that's the way we're doing it this year.
It's 2021. Tom's not changing. All right, so I don't know. I'm not going to be able to prove there's fun to you, Tom.
Because I'm right. Kayaking stinks. It's not fun.
I've gone to so many springs. We've gone up and down, like all the springs in Central Florida. We've gone over and swam with the manatees over in Crystal River. We don't have to pay anybody. We have a boat that we bought 12 years ago that over time now it's paid for itself. We've had so many experiences. We've dropped in over behind ponds. We didn't go to Disappearing Island. We paddled all around with our kid and ended up catching 12 blue crab with a dip net. I mean, that's just and a stone crab
12 blue
that day.
crab with a dip net?
I caught 12 blue crab with a dip net.
Crab with a dip net.
Well,
You're not
Tracy,
going to
we
do
love
that
you.
on it.
You can't.
I love you. You got to go.
Yeah, we do.
Stop. Bye-bye.
Welcome back to A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Dan.
I'm Tom.
Samantha and Butler are all here. Welcome back. This is our big first show of the year, easing into a wonderful Monday.
Started off spicy.
I want to remind everybody that if they want a free gift, and we just got these awesome, like super high quality True Leaf camo hats that True Leaf gave us, that we still have more True Leaf bags with a bunch of other things in there, giveaways. All you have to do is when you go to True Leaf, just send us a picture. Now, there's a form to fill out. It's on the front of the BDM page or on tomanddan.com. It says "Gift from True Leaf" here. Click on that. There's a form. Basically, use your name and address, and then and you submit a picture of what you bought.
Yeah.
And that's all it takes. And then we will mail you the True Leaf camo hat.
And we only share that with True Leaf because they like to know.
Yeah. So it's completely anonymous.
We're not telling anybody what you bought.
No.
And really, truly, it's just accountability for us. It lets True Leaf know that we're on the hook for telling people about their good products.
And so you're helping us, and you get awesome True Leaf products. You get high, and you get a free hat and some other gifts.
So I had it
mailed
on.
to you for free.
I had it on. Apparently, those are kind of coveted. the camo ones.
Oh, yeah.
Is that the one with the black writing? It's the
Yes.
black writing. Yeah. Okay, these are hard to find then because I had it on in the True Leave on Colonial, and there was an old real man in there who had on a camo hat, and he was in there, you know, just picking up his CBD and whatnot, and he's like, "Hey, where'd you get those?" They didn't have them in stock, so I told him.
yeah,
I
by the
we
way,
took them all.
They, yeah,
no,
they
I told
sell
him
these.
they do sell those,
Yeah.
but they didn't have any at
Yeah.
the store, right? So I told him, I go,
What is
"Hey,
it,
you know, if
20
you
bucks?
sign this up, you don't even know of our show, but if you just go to this thing and use the link, I will send you a hat." I made that real man
There
a
you go.
very happy boy.
Yeah. I mean, we buy hats, and this is a good quality hat. Like
Yeah.
True Leaf isn't. They're
Well,
not
they
cheaping
got enough.
out.
They got
Yeah,
enough
yeah,
money
yeah.
where they can do the real stuff.
But so if you want one for free, just fill out that form, and like we said, it helps us when you do it. So I was
They have
telling.
another one too. I'm going to ask Skylar about. They have a digi camo one
Oh,
with
yeah,
green letters.
Oh, really?
They have good gear, man. They've
Yeah,
been
yeah.
rolling out, and they got beanies, all kinds of crazy stuff.
I'm glad.
They gave me an ashtray last time I was in there.
What?
You know what?
Yeah, like a silicone ashtray. They're always giving you free stuff.
Me and Daniel saw the transition of companies making free giveaways to give out for promotion.
Yeah.
Changed the way, and we didn't have anything to do with it, but we kind of, when we started making
If
our
it's
own
like
merch,
weather patterns, we were able to see.
yeah, the future, or like we saw it happening because when we started making our own merch, we're like, let's make the best quality T-shirts that we can because we worked at the radio station. They would make
Gildan
like, square potato sack Gildan shirts,
Yeah.
one color print Corona. With like,
All
oh,
2XL.
I mean,
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
durable.
and then
I'll give them that.
they throw it
Sure.
out to the
It'll
crowd.
last forever.
I
And
mean, yeah. I mean, if you needed a rope to escape a burning hospital, it'd work great. But
And yeah, people were just washing their boats with them or whatever.
Yeah.
And so we were like,
that's a
just-
better example than escaping a burning hospital.
So, but now it seems like most companies have gotten on board with making high quality
Yeah.
giveaway. Well, True Leaf sells these things, and they're
Yeah, they have like a.
they're
that-
probably
That's why I was a little surprised when Butler was talking about. He's like, "Oh yeah, I talked to Skylar. She's sending us a bunch of those camo hats." I'm like, "You mean the ones they sell in their stores?" He's like,
Yeah.
"Yeah."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Okay,
it'll be over
well that's
$20 in
great."
the store, right?
You know,
Like, for
Like,
sure.
well for me, I mean, as
This is a
cheesy as I am,
$20
I was
hat.
like, "Well, I'm not buying one now. I'm just gonna wait for the free one."
Yeah.
It's a great hat. I'll wear the hell out of it. Let's jump into some voicemail messages. If you want to leave us one, you can do so two ways. Our app, it's totally free. All of our content's on there. You can sign up to be a BDM member and get each and every show. TomandDan.com for some info on that. And then also you can call 1-844-TOM, the letter N, D-A-N. That's 1-844-TOM-N-DAN. Leave your voicemail message that way, and you might hear it on the show like this one.
Hey, Tom and Dan, it's Zach from Ohio. I was wondering, what song did you and your wives walk down the aisle to? Or it could have been, the song you exited to, or maybe your first dance. What songs from your wedding were very important to you? For example, my wife and I walked down the aisle to an instrumental version of Creep by Radiohead, which is a unique thing to do, and I'm very glad that we did it. It made me happy.
Did it make you happy?
Is it?
It made
I'm a creep.
Is it to say
Yeah.
I'm a
you're-
weirdo?
you're-
I mean, do you wanna-
I mean,
it made everybody at the wedding uncomfortable
Unless they
because
both-
you guys were the weirdos.
unless
And
they
they're
like
oh,
the
God.
song, right?
Right.
A lot
Weirdos
of
and love.
fun to be had in remembering those sorts of things from your wedding.
I mean, do you guys?
Tom, which you didn't have any music, did you?
Yeah, he had music.
First of all, you know me,
He
Zach.
had-
Nothing's important to me. So it's like, what, that's
Who
really
was on the
important.
back of that boat? It was like a Teano band, right? They're like
Really?
No, is that a DJ?
I'm totally joking.
I have no idea. To answer the question, I have
Do you
you
know
think
your
your
song?
wife does?
You don't know your song?
No.
Dude, you're gonna have to call Crystal because that's embarrassing. You should know your song. You
No,
don't
don't
know,
call her. Don't let her know you
You
don't
don't know what you walk down the aisle to?
She knows I don't know. No, I have no idea.
What did you walk down the aisle to?
I'll play it for you. Hold on.
And did you guys walk down to the same song? 'Cause me and my husband walked down to different songs. Well, I guess the wedding party walked down to one song, and then I walked down to a
We
different
did
song.
I was just
very-
standing there with the Cuban captain and my goof-ass Miami friends.
with your
who are
Mexican
all
pointy boots on.
ass-face drunk.
Did you keep your cowboy hat from your your wedding?
I held my pointy boots and I did the...
No, Andrea walked down to, I think like the traditional wedding processional because we were pretty standard. But then when they presented us as a couple, our song was this by Amy Winehouse. Our Day Will Come. It's just a cover their song, right? Like, I mean, had to have.
Back then, though? I don't know.
I don't know. Don't even know what date it was.
All right.
Well, I know it was March 1st, but I don't remember the year. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. I told my wife last night, like we were just cooking dinner, and I said something like, you've been stuck with me for 11 years. She's like, it's been longer than that. And I go, 15 years. I was like, 20 years, 25 years. Then I started playing it off like I was joking. I was like, 30 years, forever years. I love you, baby. Then you just beeline it and go, I got to poop.
It's like an old dog. Once it's over 8, it doesn't matter if it's 9 through 15.
No.
It's all the same.
It's all the same.
Why, you got to bring it up?
No, I didn't mean to, but you, it's Inception. You planted the seed at the beginning. But yeah, I don't.
Do you know what was yours?
So the wedding party walked down to an instrumental from Kingdom Hearts.
Oh, cool. Very cool.
And then I walked down to Somewhere Over the Rainbow, and then our first dance song was Video Games by Lana Del Rey.
Oh, very cool.
So you had it
and
all
we
planned
curated
out.
our entire playlist ourselves.
Yeah, I did too. Yeah.
So
I picked all the music for our DJ.
Yeah. Well, we just literally hooked up our own PA and played our own music.
That's smart.
We skipped the whole DJ situation.
You pay a lot of money to get the Cupid Shuffle 15 times.
Well, a lot of
we
people
didn't play any of that stuff.
A lot of people
Electric
like the
Slide.
guy that's like, hey, here they are, ladies and gentlemen, if I'll have your... They do the... Ladies and gentlemen, if we could have your attention, please, for the first time ever in public, please welcome the Vans, Crystal and Tommy. Yeah, then they always like, y'all ready for this?
Y'all ready for this?
What was the one, the Chicago Bulls?
Yeah. As you can imagine, I don't like all that stuff. Like, I don't like the choreographed. I don't like when the bride and groom have a choreographed dance. And they do this whole thing together. And I'm like, how long did you practice that in your own time, your spare time? You're in your living room practicing. Like, too much work. What is this for? Who's this for? I'm mad at it. I'm mad at all that. I'm mad when you do the creative go down the aisle with all the friends.
You hate fun.
The Office. Yeah. You're doing all the... Don't like any of that. I don't like the stupid.
Did you come down to Let's Get Married by
I'm not even
Jagged
joking.
Edge?
I don't think we came out to anything. I don't think I just remember all of a sudden I'm drunk hanging out with my Miami buddies.
All I remember from your wedding. I'm okay. I have never said this.
You say whatever you want. It was
an
insane waste of money.
I'm gonna say it.
Yeah.
There's two things I remember. I remember walking in on your wife's mother. Going number 1 in the bathroom and being so drunk that I was like, it looks just like her. My God. I remember that. And I also remember Tiffany dancing with her boyfriend at the time, and you and I elbowed each other because we were getting some cotton shots.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Never said that before.
One of my Miami friends.
We were elbowing. We were doing we were elbowing each other. I gave one to Pudge in the ribs. And he's
Pudge!
Yeah.
First Pudge mention of 2021.
I think the Grizz was awkwardly grinding on Porno Joe's wife.
That sounds about right.
Something weird.
There's a lot of grinding on the dance floor.
Then they picked up my cake and
the one that looked like sand, right?
No,
and it has seashells.
No,
all
it's
over.
a boat. Remember,
Yeah.
like Crystal had them.
Man, you are a swamp person.
All of their
you had
cake,
a boat cake.
all of their
fondant
cakes. You know,
boat cake.
there's those lamps that are clear glass with the gold metal pole through the center, and your grandma fills them with seashells.
Yes.
There was a while where I knew the Vans. Every lamp in their house was a clear lamp filled with seashells because every room is an ocean paradise.
If you could describe our fashion sense, it would be glass thing filled with seashells. So my wife, for some reason, got this separate cake, and it was
a groomsman cake. She did it right, man.
But what is that for? Have you ever even heard of that?
A groom's
I
cake.
have,
I had
but
a
we
groom's
didn't
cake.
do
I
that.
had one
What
too.
is that?
It's a separate.
It's supposed to give you something because everything else is
Dude, I don't want no stupid cake. I just
yeah.
want to get wasted. I'm saying, who?
It should have just got you a keg.
I can buy. Just give me cash of $50. I don't
How
do
much
anything.
You're like, how
Don't
much
do
was
anything.
This cake was $75.
Oh, it's more
Give
than
me $75.
Right.
It was like she made it like she was.
It was
like a
fantastic.
tribute to my dad.
Dude, I remember it.
Aw.
was beautiful.
It was like, since your dad couldn't be here to see you get married, this is how unsentimental I'm like. You spent $85 on a stupid boat cake? I didn't say that. I said it in my brain.
Course, yeah.
But then no one ate it. And at the end of the wedding, by the way, like someone left it downstairs or whatever. So it was out there in like
Porno just putting his balls.
No, the Grizz was ass face like blacked out.
Yeah.
And he saw it, and everybody
no.
like they were kicking everybody off the boat. Remember, like late at night.
I
they were
remember
like,
we left
"Get outta
somebody
here."
too. We left somebody. They're like, we can't wait anymore. And they're like, no, she drove all the way from Miami. And the captain's like, no dice. We're leaving.
That's when but when we got back, they're like everybody was getting wasted. And
They were
dancing,
kicking us out.
and they're kicking everybody out. So the Grizz grabbed the cake because he was like, "Oh, the cake."
I'll save the party.
So he walked off the boat with this giant. I'm not joking. The thing was 3 foot
was
by
huge.
1.5 feet. It was
You
huge.
got a yacht cake.
And it was made by the goddamn cake masters of what it may have been.
It had to be more than $80.
Yeah. It may have been $300. Who the hell knows how much money it was?
I don't even want to tell you what I think
Like,
my cake cost, and I was gross about that.
So then he carried it all the way out of the boat and then to the hotel room that everybody was staying at or whatever. And then I was coming back down to like get something, saw me, and then I was wasted too. And then he's holding the cake. He's like, I got your cake. And then I'm like, I don't want that. And then he's like, ah! And then he smashed it in the sin, like in the road of he tried to throw it at me.
Middle of the road.
Oh my god!
And then, like there was things inside of it holding it up, like
Well, yeah,
tubes.
it
Layers,
was such
yeah.
a monstrosity. It needed like plastic poles to
rods.
hold the smokestacks. It's got like a
Steamboat Willie.
it's got all kinds of stuff. It had like a working bridge. It had
I
a moving
smashed it
captain
over some guardrail on near South Beach. Just all over. And then the next morning, we walked by it every birds and ants, and they're eating.
Is your wife, man?
I remember
I don't
purposely
think she was happy.
telling her to go somewhere else. She
Right.
didn't hear about that because I was like, oh,
That was
kick
the
it
king.
around.
I was delicious.
Kick
down
it
the
around.
She can't tell. Kick the tubes down the drain. I was screaming at the Grizz.
The brown sugar looked just like beach sand.
By the way, after that, the Grizz and his brother went to a strip club and spent like $800, which they didn't have, by the way, like, on their credit card. And then, we saw them at 7 a.m. when we were leaving the
Covered in
airport.
cake.
It would look like death. And Chris was like, I bought everybody in the strip club a shot. I'm like, why'd you do that, you idiot?
He's great to party with.
Oh, he's the most
yeah,
fun.
yeah.
He's the most fun. You get cake, you get shots, you get strip club
Yeah.
dance. He'll do anything to make you laugh.
Yeah.
Personal clown.
Yeah. Anyway.
All right, well, that was a good one. Let's try this one right here.
Hey guys, listening to A Mediocre Time right now, and y'all are talking about Q-tips in the ear and it being dangerous. And I've got a story. My wife had one in her ear while she was getting ready one morning, heard the dryer turn off with the buzz or whatever, went out there to get the clothes out, forgot to take the Q-tip out of her ear, leaned over to pull the clothes out, and boom, punctured her eardrum with the Q-tip, and ended up in the ER. So that's why you shouldn't put Q-tips in your ears.
Well, don't
All right,
walk
guys, have a
around
good
with
day.
them in your ear.
Like, it didn't just gently fall in and, right? I mean, you would have had
Well,
to.
she
She
jammed it,
leaned
yeah.
down like she basically did the Batman with the Joker. With the
stop.
Joker
With the pencil?
With the
Oh,
pencil
stop. Oh,
into
God.
her ear.
Oh, I don't like that.
Also, though,
I want screens over my ears. Can Edsonez do that? I don't want leaves getting in there.
Right?
who is in the middle of cleaning their ears, then hears something, gets distracted, then doesn't take, like, just takes their hand off and just leaves.
I'll tell you.
Also,
That's
guess
weird,
what?
right?
You hear better when you take the Q-tip
I'll
out of
tell
your
you, my
ear.
daughter does that. You know, if a theme song for a show she likes is playing and she's in the middle of a bowel movement, she'll get off the toilet
Oh, no.
fully the way
Yeah,
she's
or
clothed
she's
and
5
walk
years
over.
old.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just saying, it
Yeah,
happens.
yeah. But not to an adult.
Well, it shouldn't. It's right. I mean, it shouldn't happen.
Yeah.
Oh, that's her. Hold on. Let me get rid of that one. I'm not a fan of the Q-tips, but I'm still on the hunt for one of those things that we were talking about that, was really big during the holiday season. Those, like,
The twisty thing?
the USB, you
Oh,
plug it in and
right.
it goes in your ear and
Oh,
it
you
has
can
like
see
little
inside out.
pinching things and you
Like
can
tweezers.
because I get one hair that grows all the way at the bottom of my ear canal. And then Andrea has to go in there with tweezers and yank it out. And when she, like, if you looked at my ear, you'd only see a millimeter of the hair. But when you pull the hair out, it's 6 inches long. Like, that thing's growing from, like, and I don't think hair follicles should go that low.
Why is there one even in there?
Right.
I don't know. I don't understand the human body.
Me either.
I don't get it.
It should be a good argument that there is no intelligent being that designed us, because they'd be like, obviously, you wouldn't put a hair follicle in the deepest region of my eardrum.
And it bothers me. Like, I can feel it.
That's a stupid design. And someone that intelligent to design us would not do that.
And when it grows out, you can feel it touching the other side of my ear canal. So then I start playing with my ear. Which is that you're not supposed to put anything in your ear.
It's also inevitable that you get ear hair, at least as a man, right?
My
Because
wife asked me that last night.
My
She's
pop-up
like,
had bad ear hair.
my wife's like, why are you growing these hairs on your ears? And I said, I don't know. I guess I'm dying.
That's the thing, right? When you get, like, men get older, they get long nose and ear hair.
Yes, yeah. Is it because...
Doesn't really happen to women, though, right?
Is it new?
I think it does. You guys get the peach fuzz all over your face. Well, eventually, when you put on makeup, it just looks like somebody hit you in the face with, like, a bag of flour. You know what I'm talking about? Like, where you've seen the ladies. This is horrible.
It's all caked on you.
No, it's not caked on. It's just like where the powder has collected on your hair follicles. So it's like, it'd be like if you powdered the Wolfman's face. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, it's Wolfman
it's like a
making pizza.
Yeah, Wolfman making pizza. That's perfect. That's why we're in business together. Now, there's times when that looks
You
great.
gotta shave your entire face.
There's times when it looks great, or at least I thought it looked great when I was younger. There used to be some reef sandal ads in Surfer Magazine and Surfing Magazines where the light would catch the girl wearing the reef sandals, but just perfectly, where you could see a thin layer of this Wolfman peach fuzz on her ass, and it's good because it's golden blonde, catches the sunlight.
Yeah, on a 25-year-old.
Exactly, but you get it on an old lady's face, then it's make a pizza with a Wolfman.
Yeah.
There you go.
With Bulldog Wolfman. Because
Bulldog Wolfman, old Wolfman.
Just the getting old is
it's bad. This one ties in perfectly. This is a female age name.
Hey guys, Bubble Bath Billy here.
Yeah.
I was listening to the recent interview with Tuttle on ACT when he was talking about, trying to date at his age, and it got me thinking about something I've wondered from time to time. Is there a specific age of a female where if you're telling a story or talking about her to somebody, you should no longer refer to her as a girl and instead say lady or woman or something else? Like, what do you guys use? If you're at a Christmas party and you're telling a story to some friends, it feels more natural to say girl, even if you're talking about somebody in their 40s, but then it could be awkward because that, seems to imply somebody of a younger age. But it feels weird to say, I saw this woman. So is it disrespectful over a certain age to refer to somebody as a girl? And instead you should refer to her as a lady or a woman or something else? Or does it not even matter and I'm overthinking it?
I would say reverse it. How would you feel if someone
comes
called a
to a boy,
40-year-old man a boy?
Yeah, that boy over there.
I get that all the time. I use dame or broad, primarily.
Right.
I think
over 20. So when you get in your 30s, you're should say
lady
or woman. And I think if you're in your 20s, it changes though as you get older. Because 10 years ago, I would have said if anybody in their teens, I would have said a girl. You know what I'm saying? In my 30s,
no, I agree.
I would have said teen. So now that I'm getting into my 40s, I look at like 20-year-olds, like under 25, I'll say girl without it being disrespectful. But I feel
sometimes I can't tell.
If you're over 25, you should be called a lady or woman.
As things get more complicated and more segmented, I just go like you.
Yeah, eventually there's not going to be any genders, so it's fine.
I'm just like you or that, this thing over there. What's happening? Or if I don't know what's going on, I'll just stand real still. Close my eyes until it's over.
Also, it depends on who you're talking to, but I would play it safe. And now, if you say lady and they're 12 years old, like when's it go? Like, so do you say lady at 17 or 18 if you're trying to like take out girl on like be as respectful as possible? Because you can't say
How about
lady.
Miss? I use miss a lot. Like, is that wrong? Like, if Sam worked someplace and I don't know her age, I think it's acceptable to be, excuse me, miss, or excuse me, ma'am.
Yeah.
I use ma'am and miss a lot with ladies because I think you can even ask a 18-year-old girl at Target, I can go, "Excuse me, miss," and I think it's still is that.
Yes, that's fine.
I think that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you say ma'am and they're too young, then it seems like a
I think that's
shade.
dumb. I know that
love
some people do get offended by that, but I think that's a dumb thing
It's
to
like
get
a
offended by
Southern
because it's
thing.
supposed to be respectful. So
It is.
you know.
The intent is
Right.
respect, so it should be never disrespectful because how can it be? Although when you say it to a obviously way younger person than yourself, it seems weird. Like if you're saying it to, I guess
Like
if you,
wouldn't say
if you
to
have
a
a
little
job.
well, you would to a little boy. You'd be like, "Hello there, sir." You know, like.
Well,
if
that's
you're
just joking. Yeah. But I'm saying like if you, I'm trying to think of. Okay, I'm trying to think of the youngest person that has a job that you encounter is probably like a bag girl at Publix, and she's obviously like
Why's it gotta
15.
be a girl?
Well, because I'm saying
We don't have any bag girls.
If you say ma'am, but you know what I'm saying, like calling a 15-year-old girl ma'am or like a 18-year-old girl seems like.
I think 15 is a hard age to nail, right? Like it's like 15 years of age. I'm not sure I know what to call you. I would just be like, "Thank you," not really
Yeah,
say
I would
much.
just say thank you. Yeah.
Or "Excuse me," not really
Right.
put anything on the end
Right.
of it, I guess.
Yeah, because why do we need to?
Well, because you don't know what else to say. Because then you start doing like
I think honestly, the safe bet is not to say any of it.
I've
right?
messed up a couple of times.
Well, then if you,
at like hipper restaurants, there have been a couple times where I have gotten myself into a sticky situation by throwing the miss
The
or
wrong pronoun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've pronouned myself into a weird situation, so maybe it is easier just to
but
I don't beat myself up about it.
It's
I mean, it
all
was an honest
intent, though.
mistake. Right.
But that's the thing. Like I've been called, I don't go. It always goes awry anytime you talk about this because people get too
get
insensitive.
mad.
But if you make a mistake and
No
then
big deal.
it's a mistake, and if you continue on with it, then
Well,
you're a D head, right? If someone like I used to look like a girl when I was probably 14, 13.
Yeah.
I had long hair, chubby, didn't have hair. I looked like people would call me girl all the time.
Smooth skin.
I smooth skin, rosy cheeks, and like a long.
You look like a Campbell kid.
Yeah,
Campbell soup kid.
and I wouldn't get. Now that's different though, but it's like when people make honest mistakes, it's an honest mistake. If you continue, then you're a D-head.
God, to be able to go back in a time machine and see how smooth your cheeks were. I would love to be able to do that.
What? Bye-bye. Welcome back to A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
I am Dan. Samantha and Butler are here. We are smack dab in the middle of your voicemail messages. Anything to plug real quick before I jump back in?
We can plug our
YouTube?
Twitch channel.
Yeah, Twitch and YouTube. Twitch.tv/Tom and Dan Live to watch this show. We're live on Twitch right now. You can watch, chat, meet new people, meet great friends, tip us out, all kinds of fun stuff. And also, if you want to watch these replays that are daily Monday through Friday, just go, I don't know, I've been doing that lately. I've been saying Friday.
I don't know.
Go to YouTube and search Tom and Dan Live. You will definitely find us. This is my voicemail of the week from our good friend, Christrema.
Hey Sam, Tom, Dan, Butler. It's Christina from Oklahoma. I was listening to one of your episodes of ACT and you mentioned the Thigh Master. I remembered that I asked for a Thigh Master for Christmas for like my 15th birthday.
Oh my God.
And my parents got me a Thigh Master. It did nothing. I mean, it does have some resistance, like Sam said, but it just reminded me. I completely forgot about it. But isn't that a strange thing to get your teenage daughter with body image issues? Anyway, I love y'all. Hope you're staying safe. And
That is a terrible thing to get your daughter.
Especially at 15.
Yeah.
But I can
I
understand.
remember the age, and I was talking about how that age is kind of a weird cut. Like, I'm like, I don't know. Are you a lady, a miss? Maybe, yeah, 15.
Yeah.
Thigh Master, completely acceptable.
But I did the same thing with that ab machine that it looked. Remember, I told you guys you pull it like it had two handles and a spring, and you put it against your stomach and you pull it forward.
I meant to tell you months ago.
Ab cruncher.
I meant to tell you months ago in Baldwin they have those neighborhood little garage
Workout.
sale, and there was one of those.
No,
Was yours blue?
No,
This one was blue, and it had like a little thing, like what do you call it, neoprene, that like and it would sit on your waist, and you'd crunch it down.
I mean, this thing
Different.
was it's got to be 17 years old. So there's
Oh,
no
God.
way. I got it when I was like 14 or 13. I asked my mom. I was like, I need this.
A little different when you ask for it, though, right? then you just
Yeah.
get a
just
Christmas
volunteer.
present that's
Yeah.
a thigh master.
Oh, did she? I thought she said she asked for one. I think she asked
Yeah,
for one.
yeah,
I must have missed that. So.
Yeah, I think she said she asked for one.
Because in your 15-year-old mind, you see this and you're like, well, you know,
I'm
a
preparing
couple
myself for adulthood.
a couple thigh masters a
God.
day, and I'm gonna look like Suzanne Summers. You know, you have no
Yeah.
concept of diet and exercise or how it works or whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking that I'm gonna use this ab cruncher once a day, and then I'm gonna be ripped 6-pack abs.
Right.
I'm fatter than ever the whole time. You know, like some
You're just
fat-
smushing your muffin with the spring.
Also eating the same bologna and Mama Celeste pizza. It's like no diet. I'm drinking Sunkist. It's like
Right.
So of course you're not gonna, you know. But that's what. I
Wow.
mean,
Okay.
exercise.
Brock BDM in our Twitch chat room, twitch.tv/Tom and Dan Live. He says, I've known plenty of parents that have done nose jobs, lipo, boob jobs for 14th to 18th birthdays.
Yeah, you hear about that, like especially the wealthy. Some kid wants a nose job or some sort of plastic surgery, and you get it. Listen, if you got the money, you know, and you're gonna go to a professional that can not
It's gonna be
mutilate your
safe,
kid, you know,
yeah,
like
yeah.
something like whatever.
That's the only thing that would bother me.
And
is it,
it helps your daughter because she has some issue with her nose or something, and then it's like, all right, you know,
No, I'm not at all anti-plastic surgery. Look,
that's different
but
than-
it is an elective surgery.
If
You know, it's not necessarily like you're having your appendectomy or
Right.
something.
Like-
you need to get it done.
Well, when you go with your like 16-year-old to get a tattoo, you know, I doubt you'd ever, you know, let your kid get a tattoo on their neck or something crazy like that. But even a tattoo, I feel like you should know better, or at least know that at this age they probably are going to change
Their mind.
or what they
Yeah,
like,
right.
and they're going to be a different person in 10 years, and you're helping them with a regret. The plastic surgery, I'm like, if you go to a good doctor, and you know, some people have those
But why
bump
not?
noses.
Why not like wait until they're fully developed and then let them make a decision?
Yeah.
And then if you want to gift them that, then you know, wait till then. I don't know. Like
I
girls
agree,
at 16 getting boob jobs is weird to me. They
Yeah.
haven't even fully developed.
But then there's the argument about like, you know, the people that are you know, under 18 that want to change their sex. And then people get all up in arms
Right.
because they're
Crazy,
like
crazy.
they're too young to make that decision, and then one side's like, no, they're old enough to make the decision. So then it's like, well, you know, they're changing, you know, their sex or becoming the sex they want to be.
Fairly certain there's a lot of psychological evaluations they have to go through before that can even happen.
Oh yeah,
so
yeah.
that's a little
well,
different.
not the surgery. I'm talking about just like identifying as a
Right.
different. So then there's a lot of complicated stuff there that I'm like, every parent
Shy away from.
Listen, I'm not going
Do
to
what you
tell
want.
Yeah, that's my whole life is like that.
Yeah.
I'm just like, listen, that's your business.
Yeah.
I don't give a damn what anybody does. I never
Just
did.
don't hurt
never
anybody
will.
and you're good.
Yeah. As long as you don't hurt anybody, what
Yeah.
you do with your own kids, as long as it's not effing them up bad, you know, because then there's the people that. You know,
and I don't
screw
even
up
like
the
to
kids.
even get close to that because I don't even know, you know, like weighing in on that.
Yeah.
You know, it's like
because I could imagine if Tommy came to me and then said, or Max, or like, hey, I feel like a girl, and then I want to be, and then we'd
like a woman.
I'd have to educate myself a lot
Right.
about how, because I'm sure there's a lot of people that go through this, so I'd have to
Yeah.
read. Luckily, the internet exists, so
I have a friend of mine that's going through this
I
right
feel
now.
I feel like on the internet. I feel like the same way with my sons changing their sex that I do with drywall. Follow me. The internet will tell me how
This
to deal
can't
with
go
it.
wrong, Sam.
No, I'm just saying the internet will tell me
YouTube.
how to do it.
Yeah,
Right?
No, but here's what I found.
It tells me how to do everything.
Here's what I found, and this will make sense to you, I feel like. Talking to people that are easily offended or that are not involved in anything in the trans world right now, you know, anybody that's in that world, not in that world, who's not a transgender person or struggling with that in any way, are harder to talk to than the actual people I know that are struggling with that. That's an easy conversation because, like you always say, it's intent. So like my friend who's dealing with this now, I can ask any question because
You're ignorant
this
to it. You don't
person
know.
knows, she knows that I am not I want to be better.
Educated,
I want
yeah.
But talking to other people about it, all they do is just get mad and get upset rather than
if you make a mistake or you say the wrong thing.
Exactly.
Yeah, I agree, because why? Of course, like that's what that is totally like what I've learned the most and about being a parent is, and what I find the most egregious and disgusting now after being a parent is the people that have like disowned their kids for the person they're sexually attracted to. like if they're gay or whatever, they're like, I'm never talking to you. I'm like, how could you do that? Like, because what doesn't make sense.
Not on your radar. You'll never understand.
Because
a lot of it is a religious values.
Yeah. So stupid. I know I never understand, but I'm like, you grew up with this human that you've bonded to, and maybe that's the problem. These people that do these things haven't bonded with their kids, because to me, I find it
could be a toxic bond too.
Right.
A lot of times, sometimes when people will be like, I have a very good friend that taught me this. I mean, man, we're getting deep all of a sudden. But taught me this. I made the statement. Oh man, she's like, oh, I don't talk to my grandma anymore. And I was like, oh, that stinks, man. I'm really sad you don't talk to your grandma. That sucks. She's like, no, it doesn't.
Right.
She's a terrible person. She's a toxic person. It is good that I don't talk to my grandmother.
Yeah.
Because it keeps me and my family in a very good spot. She's not a good human, and just because she's related to me doesn't mean that I have to. I don't.
Any therapist.
And I'm
like,
whoa. I'm like, yo, I apologize. You're right. You're exactly right with what you said.
Blood doesn't form some sort of you can't separate bond from a person because you're like related to them by blood is stupid. That's a stupid theory to be like, well, he's my whatever, so I have to support it. No, you don't. You can get away from live the best life you can live. Who cares? Surround yourself with loving friends and family, and not horrible, toxic individuals. But the people that disown their kid or stop
because
talking
of
to
their
them
sexual orientation.
I'm like, what? Why? Like, I'm gonna. Tommy and
We're
Max
not
are
gonna
my
have sex
sons.
in front of you.
By the way, I don't care who they're sexually attracted to. Why do I care that? That's their business.
As long as someone loves them, they love somebody. Who cares?
It's so I can't even comprehend. Like, you're gonna not talk to this person. How
your own flesh and blood.
I don't even believe that they bonded with their son or daughter, whoever it is, because I can't believe that that's real for an actual parent to do.
Well, more than likely,
it doesn't make sense.
I would imagine that person would have to be healed before they'd ever be able to fully understand and appreciate their son or daughter anyway. You know what I mean? Like, there's damage within them that's unresolved. So that's probably the issue there. But I'm not an expert. I just go to
they're
therapists.
Not close, so that this is just some sort of thing that you dislike so much.
A lot of times it's a reflection
weird.
on them. A lot of old school dads would look at it and be like, okay, my two sons, they're gay, so I must not have been man enough to make them straight. Like old bull crap like that, like garbage. Just garbage talk. So stuff that scientifically doesn't even make any sense, but it doesn't need to make any sense. It just needs to be regurgitated or yelled or screamed, and then some people will latch onto it.
Selfishly, it's like then you're
sad.
Like you're ruining the relationship with your son or daughter over this, like over who they're sexually attracted to. That's insane to me. Like, that's the only thing the only kids you're gonna have, and that's it. That weird.
I know.
That is weird.
That's that's mental illness to me.
100%. And that's what I mean. Like, they haven't resolved their own, and then they're passing it on or attempting to pass it on to somebody else, and hopefully that person won't let it affect them and move on anyway. Let's try this one because it goes back to something we talked about right before the holidays.
So I was listening to the most recent Friday Free Show, and you guys briefly touched on the subject of a doctor that would sign his initials on the inside of his surgeries or something like that. And it brought a memory to mind that when I was younger, I had the same pediatrician from when I was born until I was like 13 or 14 or something. And every time he would go down and check my boys, he would be like, oh, yep, there's my initials, because he's the one that circumcised me. And I talked to my mom about it because she was always in the room when it happened. And just to confirm it, make sure it wasn't some like weird memory I made up. And it did happen every time. That was his go-to joke.
That is
so I thought that was weird.
That's Old Man Real Dog.
Yeah.
That's Little House on the Prairie Dog. He's still got an old black leather bag.
That is an inappropriate comment.
Yes, but
I get it. It's his intention. He's just making an old man doctor joke. Although,
It's-
would it be weird? Okay, follow me here. So let's say
Would it be weird if his actual initials were down there?
Right.
No,
Yes,
that
it would be very weird.
But what? Okay,
Now, if it was with a what are those ones? The I believe they're called the ExoMark. What are the dry? If it's dry erase, I feel like it's
Oh, okay.
no, okay. So what
Think of
if
the name of those guys?
So say a procedure like a circumcision or some everyday like people get their tonsils out. Usually a doctor when they they specialize in a certain surgery and they just do thousands of them, right? So I would imagine over thousands of circumcisions, right? If you
he has a specific
well,
style.
there's a style
Yes.
that maybe
I scalloped the edges for you.
or just something
Look like a doily.
Think about it. If you're doing 8 a day and you've done it for 30
You get
years.
bored.
My God, 8 a day.
Yeah, it's like doing fades if you're a barber. You're going to put a shark in the back of the kid's head.
Well, I'm just saying you have a certain particular style that you can tell that like your circumcision has
Let
this
me give
distinct,
you 3 lines on your eyebrows.
some sort of distinct way to tell that it was done by Dr. Johnson, all right? You know,
It had to be Dr.
like that joke.
Yeah.
But
There it is.
would that be wrong?
God, 2021 Tom is my favorite new character.
Like say you were a dentist and you made your fillings with a certain
I put
like
a little bit of pee-pee in there.
just some sort of way that someone could be like,
what
oh,
would
that's
you be able to? Okay,
Dr.
so
Van's
I'm Dr.
filling.
Dennis, and I'm going to do. Let's use his. I'm Dr. Dennis, and I'm going to do a circumcision.
Yeah.
What would be?
I'm just saying that
What do I
What's
put?
your signature?
What do I put? A Dracula widow's peak on it?
it would be so subtle that nobody but you
Give
and
me the
some other.
Nosferatu.
Like if another, like I'm guessing, who does circumcisions?
Moyles?
Urologist. Well, I'm saying like normally, not religious. Like
I
a
believe
urologist,
I have
right?
no idea.
You know,
Probably.
honestly, that's a great question. I have no idea who does it. I don't think it's a nurse, and I would imagine it'd be the delivering doctor.
No. I think it's
Some rabbis do it, right?
I think because there's
Another doctor?
another doctor that specializes.
Some are done by obstetricians, but pediatricians and family practitioners,
pediatricians.
urologists. So a bunch of different people can. Pediatric
That's too
surgeons.
many people.
So
man.
say you're a pediatric surgeon and there's got to be some sort of way, a technique that you can leave like in the way that is structured is like this is that's a Dr. Van. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
I put a
it's your artist's mark on it. You know, it's like
like a Zorro, like a
like
Harry Potter scar.
Nobody else could tell, but him and his other colleagues know, and that's
kind
your
of like, look, I have a certain editing style. I do. Like if you
none of us would
listen
ever
to
be-
me
yeah.
do a show, if you are an editor, you can listen to something I've edited
And then if
know
someone else-
that it's purely a Tom and Dan product. Yeah, you can.
And if someone else did it, they'd be like, something's off, right?
Yeah,
that's
true.
Like,
That's true.
Whatever it was that with your penis. Is that fine, or is that taking a step too far?
Am I leaving a little extra? Oh, he left a little on the top.
No. Again, you'd be able to notice that. I'm just saying, like the way you cut it, I don't
on
know.
an angle.
I don't know how it even works.
I give it a bevel, like a piece of glass.
Honestly, I don't even understand how they do it.
I don't either.
Because how
I always thought they just cut around the outside. It's almost like ripping off that piece of plastic on the outside of Winn-Dixie WD brand thick cut bologna.
the outside
Yeah,
red.
the ring.
What is
I
that?
used to eat it as a kid. My dad's like, "Don't eat
You're
the
not supposed to
plastic,
eat
you
that."
goddamn D-head. You're an idiot."
Yeah, what is that?
Plastic.
but it's because they cut it in the tube.
Well, they grind up all the snoots and they smush them in the tube, and then they spray plastic on it.
And then they
and
cut
then
the
they
tube.
cut
right?
it. They're like,
Yeah.
take the plastic off before you eat the snoots.
Well, why don't you take it off? It's stupid that they leave it on.
Don't put it on there. Take it off before it comes to me. You can't get that, but you pay for it.
Okay. Yeah. Well, how much you pay? An extra what? 2 pennies? My God, get the non-plastic bologna.
My
God.
dad hated thin cut bologna. Thin Carol, thin cut bologna.
Bye-bye.